Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna be taking you through how we bought our first home with $35,000 down. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Very beautiful video, a lot of content, a lot of information to share. So I hope you enjoy this. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. There's more good content coming up, so make sure you stay tuned and make sure you hit the bell. Thank you. Hello, YouTubers. It's your boy KB. This is actually the first time that I'm being on camera, so it's quite an experience to be speaking to you today. I chose to do this YouTube channel not because I want to be famous or I want to put my face out there, but because over the years, all the people that have approached me and my wife, I'm talking about different age range between people from high school, university graduate, and even some older folks my dad's age that have actually approached us to give them advice on how to, survive or how to make it in Canada. So I thank God for our lives. So I believe this is a privilege for us to also give back to society and also let people know certain areas how they can also better their life in so many ways. So this video, I'm gonna be talking about how we bought our first home, how we bought our first home. So just make sure you watch up to the very end. And after this, there's going to be other subsequential videos where I'm going to talk even more details about money savings and some strategies to use in Canada to really take advantage of the system and really make it. So first of all, our first home that we bought was actually January 29th, 2012, and we bought it from Madame Home. So the story behind this was we got married in 2010 and strategically we moved to downtown Toronto. And the reason why we moved to downtown Toronto was that I wanted to stay closer to work and also my wife closer to work. So where we can actually walk, specifically me, into work. Because at the time, my work was only 30 minutes away walk. So we strategically moved to downtown Toronto. And the strategy was that I would walk to work and then my wife would take the train and also the bus to Sunnybrook where she works. So it really worked out for us and we were able to save about $800 to $1,000 a month just living close to work because I would just walk and my wife would just take the train and the bus as I've mentioned before. I remember one of my friends was making fun of me and he said, Kovina, why do you want to live in downtown? It's such a busy place. But all along, I knew what I wanted and I was very strategic about it. So we lived in downtown for 3.5 years, and that's actually where my first son was born. So while we were there, we were very saving. We were very disciplined in terms of savings. Because if you want to buy a house in Canada, the first thing that you need is savings. You need your down payment. So with the down payment, it can range between 30, 40,000. Even some builders are requiring $120,000 Canadian. I've seen as far as 300,000 Canadian dollars down payment, depending where you want to be. So at the time, we really wanted to save as much as we can. So one time I was driving around and I saw a beautiful townhome on the 10th line, which is in Mississauga, which is where my wife is from. So it made sense that I really wanted this house. There were two main reasons why I wanted this house. The first one was it was very close to my in-laws, which is Streetsville. And at the time we had a baby, so we wanted a place where it's very close to the in-laws where they can help us with the babysitting. And secondly, I had a friend named Christian who lives on that very neighborhood. So I always wanted to be also close to someone that I know. And it was a very beautiful community. And Mississauga at the time was like, top of the line. Everybody want to be there. There was a lot of hype. Hazel McKellian, Square One, all the buzzes was there in Mississauga. So I think it made sense that we wanted to live there. And also it was very close to the GO station. And me working in downtown, I thought it was a very good idea to live somewhere close to the GO station. So I remember that we put a bid in. The house was going for 292. We put a bid in and we lost the bid. I think somebody gave a little bit more higher price, so we lost the bid. And I remember that time when we were coming home, I was so pissed. I was so mad why we lost this bidding. We could have, put more money. and I was just, wilding out, and I was like, if I was just sort of like, lashing out, telling my wife if we were to put more, more money, we would have been able to get this house, live in our dream neighborhood, live beside Christia, live beside my in-laws and all this stuff. So it was really raining, and I was driving heavily to downtown Toronto, and I was upset. But my wife keep encouraging me that if it's really what we're looking for and it's a house we're looking for, we're gonna get one. So I took that advice, and I became calm, but I still did not dissuaded me from what I was looking for. So I keep reading, and I remember one time when I was going to work, I picked up a magazine on the floor and I was reading it. And the Bank of Canada has actually announced that they are going to be giving a mortgage at the 2.99 rate. So this was the first time in Canada where the mortgage rate was below 3%. And as you can see, even in the 80s, you have mortgage rate as high as 11%, which did not really allow a lot of people to get into the housing market, specifically the immigrants. So when I saw the 2.99, I thought it was a very, very major advantage to take advantage of. So, I was like, okay, this is a good news. And I think when I was coming back home, I picked up one of the home magazines. And when you look at the back of the home magazines, usually it tells you about all the new builders that are building. So I saw Mattamy Homes, and it was in Brampton. And I said, okay, this is pretty good. And when I looked at the price range, it was between about mid 300 to about $600,000 at the time. But at the time, you can get a nice, decent one-car garage for about 350 or even 400. So I saw that, and I came to my house, and I told my wife, you know what, I saw the magazine, I also saw the newspaper, this might be a good opportunity to make a move. And at that time, we have saved quite a bit of money. I would say we have saved about $25,000 Canadian, and my wife has a 10,000 line of credit. So that was actually our down payment. And I'll talk about this a little bit more. So I told my wife, you know what, we gotta get ready, let's make a move. And one thing that I was about this Mount Pleasant where Mattamy was building was that there was a couple of things that attracted to me. It was about 15 minutes drive to my wife's house, which is my in-laws house. So I thought it was a very good opportunity to also live close to our in-laws where we can drop the kids if we need to. And secondly, that was probably the most important thing to me was the GO station. And it was actually literally 7-minute walk to the GO station where our first home was. So I said, okay, I work in downtown. I can take advantage of this, walk to the GO station, and then, hop in, and I'll be in downtown in less than 1 hour. But the catch is that it cost me $400 a month, which is the money that I was saving in downtown just to get to work if I move to this new place. So I said, okay, you know what, it's also okay idea. But another interesting part was that at the time I was also working part-time in Brampton Civic Hospital. But Brampton Civic Hospital was not giving me any full-time, but UHN was giving me a full-time. So now I have to make a decision. I lived in downtown, I worked in downtown before, but now I want to move to Brampton. But the Brampton Civic Hospital, which if they give me a full-time, it would be only 15 minutes drive to work. They're not giving me a full-time. But Toronto General, which is in downtown, is giving me a full-time. So I had to make a decision. So I just, I wanted the security. So I chose the UHN so that I will be able to commute and spend the $400 as opposed to working part-time in Brampton with no security. So that's something that I also wanted to add so you would know the struggle that we went through. So we came to the Mattamy home on January 29th, 2012, and we were able to secure a one-car garage home. And this home was really, really beautiful, man. It was 13 Agricola Road, and we got it for $400,000. And we moved in on actually February 13th, 2013, at the age of 31. So everything was about 13, and I know a lot of people scared of the 13. But in our case, it was actually, a good thing for us because when we moved to that house, probably was one of the beautiful houses that we lived in. It was a 4-bedroom house. We have 3 washrooms. We have a beautiful kitchen. We have a living space. We have a family room. We also have a library, which is my beautiful spot where I put my desk, I put my Canadian flag, I put all my magazines, I put all my books. So it was really, really a dream come true to have that 4 bedroom home. But I guess in the nutshell, the message to the young people and all those people that are watching this channel that would like to buy a home is to really, really do your research, know the area that you want to live, whether you want to live close to work or live close to your in-laws because of babysitting. But most importantly, it's about savings, because if you don't have savings in Canada and you want to buy a property, it's almost impossible. So my advice is that you got to make a very conscious decision, and really, if you have a partner, you got to make sure you save and save and save. But at the same time, you got to do a lot of research, reading home magazines, going to open houses, get an agent, which is very good. That can give you a very sound advice. Talk to the banks. I tell people all the time, even if you have no business, just go to the bank, pop in, ask them about questions, about line of credit. Just as I said, my wife, $10,000 was the one that was able to save us, because at the time, the down payment was $35,000. But because we have 25,000 plus my wife's line of credit, which is 10,000, it was able to help us to put that down payment down. So if you're watching and you're interested in buying a home, I strongly advise that you do your homework, visit the bank as much often, save, 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 save. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about savings in other videos, how to strategize and save towards your property, paying your student loans and different things. But that would be my advice for you young guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. There's going to be more videos to come, talking about our lifestyle and how we got to where we are. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is actually my first time on camera. So subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the ring button so that you're going to get more videos like this in the coming weeks. So thank you and God bless you. And I hope you enjoyed this video. It's your boy KB. Bye for now.